Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. It's only Star Wars. Star Wars, Star Wars.
And we're live. Welcome back to an awesome installment of Off Topic Broadcasting. Of course, our awesome intro for tonight was hosted and sang by not yours truly, the awesomeness of Brian Willis.
Trying to take credit for
yours
somebody else's
truly.
work.
My bad.
Truly yours.
Truly yours. There we go. That makes more sense. Truly yours.
Talk about trying to steal someone's idea.
He pointed at me when he said yours truly.
Yeah, true.
So, I mean, I was trying to give credit. Just didn't come out right. Anyways.
It doesn't work on radio.
We can't hear
No.
you pointing.
Doesn't work too well.
That would be scary if you could hear somebody pointing.
That would be scary. Anyways, I'm your host, Alex Bearden, and once again I've brought a cast of friendly, entertaining characters. Today we have...
Oh, me first?
That's not your name.
Oh, me first doesn't exist.
Only first.
Well, I was drinking some tea. It's Zack Willis.
That's good tea, Omi.
It's good tea.
Notice me, senpai.
It's pretty good tea. So anyways, we have Zack Willis. We have, of course, as we've stated before,
Brian.
and
Alex.
the other Alex. Once again, that has never got confusing. I wonder if our viewers are thinking the same thing.
Well,
We
we
don't have
have
viewers
slightly
on the
different
podcast,
voices, so
Well, listeners. Yeah, we do have pretty different voices, but once again, they'll be like, who's talking? That's Alex. And then the next person talks, wait, you talking about Alex Bearden or you talking about Alex Green? Makes you think there for a moment. Anyways, tonight is all about Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars Celebration was this past weekend. I didn't even think about
Gotta
doing
have a
that.
Vader impression.
You have to have that in there. It was perfect. That was perfect. Or it's still going on, so that's even perfect.
We have multiple Vaders.
It's
It's like a Comic-Con.
I wonder if they're going to use that in the new Star Wars film. They're going to have that still voice thing going on, even though Darth Vader's dead. You know what I mean? With what is it, Darth? I can't even remember his name.
Other?
Yeah, Darth something or the other.
That's going to be the term now.
Darth something or the other.
With the one with the upside down cross lightsaber, whatever his name is.
I didn't understand why they went with that, the upside down
Man,
cross.
Yeah, that was
Just
kinda
looks
silly.
weird.
Well, and this lightsaber's already really bad about cutting off hands, but you don't usually cut off your own.
Right?
There's a lot of people that have tried to prove that it's actually practical. It kind of is, but
It kind of is, but I think it would
At the
personally make more
s-
sense if the blade was about
but at the same
18 inches longer, be closer to the length of a claymore and the characteristics of a claymore sword.
yeah.
Be a totally different fighting style, but it would make more sense.
It would be pointless as a kukri.
Yeah.
Heck
So
yeah.
not only are you getting entertainment news, but we are also getting information about the awesomeness of sword fighting and the different types of swords. So we don't just do entertainment here. We do a lot of different things. Remember that, people. So, yeah.
Lightsaber techniques 101.
Pretty much. That should be a class.
Yeah.
Someone needs to do that.
And we should
They
do
do
that
that,
on radio.
actually.
We should
Yeah,
teach
there is
people
a
how to use
lightsaber class.
lightsabers.
Yeah,
On
Just
radio.
make a
People do
podcast.
that.
Yeah, we're going to do that. It's going to be a whole segment.
People do lightsaber duels. They get those ultra sabers and they'll duel with them.
I plan
Well,
to
yeah,
get.
but there's
I plan
no
to get one.
how to do a 101.
sometime.
There's
No one's done that
classes.
yet. When did this happen?
There's groups and classes all over the place, man. It's like the 501st in some of the different areas. Different 501st.
Are you talking about
groups.
actual lightsaber
It's
duels?
it's the ultra sabers, but it's like these PVC. It's effectively transparent PVC mounted onto a lightsaber handle.
Like plexiglass, kind of.
Yeah, it's honestly.
It's hard plastic, really hard plastic.
It's a lot like clear PVC pipe.
Yeah.
I think it may actually be clear PVC pipe.
And how is that different from learning fencing?
The rules are very different, and there's less protective gear.
Well,
All right.
They
how did we
hurt.
not know this before?
They hurt a lot, actually.
Well,
So especially you get
Ouch.
smacked in the fingers.
yeah.
that
If
always
it was
hurts.
a real lightsaber, you just look like me.
We still can't see that on air.
Yeah.
That should be another podcast topic right there. I don't know. Maybe do a video over that. How you lost your finger, and have like a whole series over
Oh,
like
yeah.
the different situations that happened.
Yeah, because there was many different experiences.
Yeah,
Apparently.
it
But they
apparently
can only
was.
reattach it so many times.
It's like a superhero finger. It keeps coming back.
Right.
Only to get lost again.
Anyways, bring it
When it
back.
comes back going, that's when you gotta worry.
The finger came
Lose the
back
whole
the
hand.
very next day.
Get
Oh man. Anyways, back on topic here. Once again, well, I guess that all was on topic, believe it or not.
Are you sure?
We were hovering around Star Wars that whole time.
Yeah.
So that's still topic. That's still on topic. But yeah, last week was Star Wars Celebration, which happened at, I want to say Disneyland. I don't know where it was
Anaheim.
at.
It was in Anaheim, California.
I didn't know
Okay.
that. I wanted to go, but once again, no one would tell me where it was at. That's pretty bad. I didn't know that.
Well, I don't really take credit for that knowledge because I looked it up before I came. Because honestly, I was like, "What the heck is Star Wars Celebration?" I didn't realize it was this thing that they
Right.
do on when every movie releases.
Yeah.
So I looked it up today. So
Still pretty cool. I think it was a little too early to be doing that, but then again, they showcased the trailer, so I guess it was all right.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. But yeah, we're gonna talk about the trailer. We're gonna talk about Battlefront trailer. We're gonna talk about what's going on with Battlefront. We didn't get to play the demo, which I feel very, very jealous about. Those who have.
We feel
Very.
left out.
Why didn't you guys contact us? First off, second off,
How cruel.
how cruel. Not cool, man.
Yeah.
I don't know that anybody's really played the demo, have they?
There's been
Yeah,
several.
Because I looked for some videos today of it where
They
somebody-
can't
and
post it.
No.
It's
okay.
press.
Okay.
The press got to go out and play it, and they got to give. They could talk about it, but they couldn't.
No details
no-
or anything.
See, I found one today where
Some
the guy
details.
apparently
Not major
had gone,
details,
He had
though.
gone to the studios and had gotten to see them do it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he hadn't played it himself.
So I was like, why didn't we get invited to that? But anyways, either way, for those of you guys who have and have actually announced what's going on with that, I do thank you guys. That's pretty awesome. You guys got a once in a lifetime opportunity, so I guess be happy.
Yeah.
Don't be. I don't know what's going with that. Anyways,
Don't worry, be happy now.
that's gonna be the next song that we. In the last podcast, we talked about starting a band. Apparently, that's gonna be happening.
Don't worry.
So
And all vocal
Be
may have-
happy.
I don't know the lyrics to this, otherwise we can do like a
Don't
whole.
worry, be happy.
Anyways,
Pretty much the lyrics.
Boom,
pretty much.
boom, boom.
Here's
Okay.
The song I wrote.
Bring it in
You
quick, Alex.
might want to take it
You're about to
note
lose it.
for note.
I
Don't
lost
worry.
We have moved away from Star Wars. Be happy.
Officially.
Officially. This isn't even hovering anymore.
Yeah, we just.
I still think of those little fish plaques, and that's what I thought of when you said officially.
Off topic.
Officially.
Off topic.
Thought of
podcast.
O
What-
and then
what are we calling it?
fish.
Do what?
Off topic broadcasting. Is that right?
That's our
Yeah.
segment name.
Yeah,
We're
you're
part
right.
of Pod Broadcasting Network because Pod Broadcasting's awesome.
Most of the off topic is what I was trying to.
Yeah, that's pretty much goes to some. Anyways,
Star Wars. We'll just try again here.
little rewind here. Yeah, this Battlefront trailer. Let's start with that today. What's going on with that? We got to see it. I don't have it downloaded, so I can't be playing it here. Maybe I can input it right here. And if not, oh well. So
I can get it.
We all
up for you.
paused like something was about to happen
What you
right
should-
now.
What you should do is put like a fake link
fake link.
Fake.
Fake link. I don't know if that'd work too well.
that like goes to the Legend of Zelda timeline.
Well, it would work.
I was looking for a joke there too, but I
Me too.
I don't know what's going on with that, but fake link. That was pretty good. Nice one. Nice one. Anyways, Battlefront trailer. That was pretty awesome. So what they showed off really was a battle on Endor, and it was all cutscenes from the looks of it. I don't think any of that. If it was, it's pretty awesome gameplay, but
It was pretty.
that was
my thought too. If that's actual gameplay, they have taken the graphics to the next level.
And no
Yeah.
teddy bears.
Oh yeah.
I was happy to see no teddy bears.
As long
That
as I
was
can
pretty
play as Boba Fett.
that has been proven that's going to be happening. You can play as Boba Fett. You can play as all your villains,
You
but
can do it
there
in Battlefront
is
too. So
you can.
why wouldn't they in this one?
But here's the thing about it, though. You have to pick up these power-ups that are located throughout the game. You have to find it, some power-up, you pick
Just
it up,
like the
and you
old
can
one.
play it.
I mean,
Not really. The old
kinda.
one, you got like a certain amount of kills, or
Yeah.
you were top player.
You gained time by killing enemies and lost time by friendly fire.
Exactly. Now you
Yeah.
have to find actual power-ups throughout the game to be able to play
So
as
it's
them.
like Pac-Man.
Pretty much, which that
waka, waka, waka,
kind of
waka.
killed it there for me. Waka, 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 waka.
These are all horrible Pac-Man.
These are. We need an awesome
I'm
Pac-Man.
embarrassed.
Anyways, yeah, you have to find out. You got to find these power-ups to play as them, but also Brian had mentioned something to me, but there's not going to be any kind of sky battles whatsoever.
Space battles.
Space battles, not
Yeah.
sky battles. What am I talking about? So why don't we tell me a little bit about that? What was going on there? Do you know much
Well,
about that
apparently
whole?
you can fly the ships. You can fly the Millennium Falcon, the X-wings. There's a lot of ships you can do, but they're all going to be in the atmosphere of the planet you're on. There's no going from the atmosphere into space, and apparently there's no space battles.
No space battles
That's
whatsoever.
awesome.
No.
They had it in the atmosphere in the first game to where you could fly up and fight.
Yeah.
But in the second game, they had those space battles where it was spaceship to spaceship, and I hated those.
Those were awesome, but they was still nice to have. It's a feature that
Yeah.
a lot of people were looking forward to.
There seems to be a lot of
liked them, but-
disappointment about that.
Yeah.
From the comments that I saw on the various sites.
I mean, I am glad they have the air battles back, but yeah, that is a little sad to not be able to go into space.
Yeah.
But I
What?
didn't like the ones that were just in space either. I hated those.
Um,
They were okay the first few times.
Amazing.
With the Galactic Conquest game mode, they got really irritating because they're all the same.
Yeah.
There's no different environments. I hated it.
it was still a nice feature though, and my whole thinking of this is we have to look back at who's developing the game. It's DICE. DICE is owned by EA, for those of you guys who don't know, which I'm pretty sure most people know. And EA is notorious for one thing and one thing only. And all of you guys are thinking it right here at this point. I don't know if Brian, I don't know, he's a pretty big gamer, but I don't know if he knows this too much.
I'm pretty sure everybody knows about EA.
DLC, that's their whole thing, and I'm pretty sure that they chopped out the space battles to release later on as a DLC pack.
Or maybe
And,
it's a day one DLC, but
yeah.
just to be douches.
Yeah, it's actually been released that there's so
There's-
far there's 4 maps and there's gonna be 1 DLC map so far
The Jacka or
that
Juka?
comes with or what? Huh?
Is that the Jacka? The desert
Talking about
planet?
I don't know.
the maps.
I don't know
I don't
any
know.
of the.
What's the name of that one?
I don't know the details.
It's
Didjonka, something like that.
yeah. We'll have to look it up. I was kind of bummed out when I guess they revealed in Star Wars Celebration that that's actually the desert planet that they're doing in the new movie.
Yeah,
And it's like, why? You already have a desert planet, and we all love
Tatooine.
it.
Yeah.
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 Why couldn't we go to that?
And I realize Han Solo's probably not from there, but that epic moment in the trailer when he says, "Chewie, we're home," I thought that was Tatooine. And now I'm like, what the heck was he talking about?
Made a lot
Right?
of people cry too.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
That was
I
a
cried. There was
very-
a tear.
Yeah,
I
I think everybody, any true fan of the series, had at least.
I
a
even
tear.
had a dream about Harrison Ford last night. I dreamt that he was my best buddy, and he worked with me, and he was kind of taking me under his wing. It was very special.
This needs to
It was a
happen.
good
This
moment.
we can make this happen. Harrison Ford, I know you're listening to this.
He's a cool guy.
He's awesome. He is the.
What we need is Harrison Ford in the same room as Bruce Campbell.
There was
Ooh.
That would be epic.
Yeah, I
That
think,
would
I think
be-
the universe might split if we do that. I actually had set up on a computer one time. One of the computers I was working on, I set up like this whole Harrison Ford. This was like I think when Windows XP first came out.
Oh,
and you could do
dang,
themes.
yeah.
And I set up my own theme, and I had like Indiana Jones whip sounds, and I had all the cursors, and I had like this Harrison Ford flash through, and for my screensaver and all that. And I finished it. It took me about 30-45 minutes to set this thing up, and I sat back and I looked at it, and I had like this this perfect shot of Harrison Ford on my background, and I was like, oh my goodness, this just looks gay. And I had to take it all off. I was like, I like Harrison Ford, but that was a bit much.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Much.
felt too fanboyish.
Didn't know there could be a bit much with Harrison Ford, but
I
I
didn't think
found
so
it.
either, but well, that might be a little creepy now thinking about that.
It was. Yeah, I was super. I sat back super proud and went. Now I'm embarrassed.
Wow, that tells you right there. It's a big fan. Yeah, Harrison Ford, you should join our show, guest star or something. Say,
Yeah, we could have him in.
yeah, you
Well,
can come down
you
to the
cosplayed
studio.
as Indiana Jones as a kid.
I did when I went to the Temple of Doom. Yeah.
Yeah,
I was very young, but yeah, I had the whip, and then everyone thought I was adorable. People taking pictures of me. That was my first cosplay experience.
wow. So how many cosplays have you had after that? Have you had very many, or is that like your one and only time, or
Yeah, I think all through my life I've done a total of one.
one?
Yeah,
That one?
it was good.
Did
That
you
was
ever wear your
good.
Jedi robe to something?
Ooh,
Other than
Sometimes I just
Halloween?
put it on at random.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
I
because
think that-
I do have my Jedi robe that I've used for Halloween. But
I think if you have any kind of Jedi robe, it's like necessity to just put it on randomly.
yeah, it
Just
is.
walk
Have
through
you
the
seen
house.
the-
It's
Have you seen the Jedi robes
It
that are
flows.
robes?
Yeah, the actual
Oh,
bathrobe.
Bathrobes for the
awesome.
hood?
I need that.
That would be cool.
I need that in my
want one.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, Star Wars Episode 7 comes out. Was it December
December.
17th?
Don't tell people June.
It's not
June.
I was gonna say June. I don't
They
know
would've been
why.
so angry at you.
hate Jab Jab. They told us June.
I don't know why I said June. Anyway,
Wishful thinking.
Yep. December.
December.
I'm so torn because I'm super excited about the new Star Wars movie, but I'm also very cynical because of all the horrible Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
I was mentioning earlier, I want to say it again for the podcast, as I was going through some comments, one of the comments was, oh my goodness, a Disney Star Wars, this is going to be the worst thing ever. And the following comment was,
That's what I
Lucas
originally
already
thought
kind of
first.
screwed things up with the prequel. I don't think they're going to do much worse than that.
Exactly.
Sorry,
exactly.
fans of the prequel, but, I was like, yes, I kind of agree with that.
Yeah. But we are definitely all going down midnight release. We're gonna be there, and I'm going to say this right now. Everybody should give this video a like if you think that Brian should go in his Jedi robe,
Yes.
or better yet,
All right.
we gotta get someone to dress up as Yoda. I don't know who's gonna do it. I mean, Brian's a little too tall to do that. But that'd be
Get
really
Tabitha
funny.
to do it.
Yeah, get Tabitha to do it. You could do that, right?
I think
I
that
don't
might
think
be
she'd
kind of
ever agree to
offensive.
that.
You don't think
Get her
so?
to dress like an old green dude just because she's short. She might kick you in the shin.
At least she doesn't listen to these.
We'll get Chris to do
Bonus.
something. We gotta get Chris to do something. He'd do it, right? Hey,
Yes.
he better do it.
He probably would.
He's done a lot of pretty interesting stuff since the start of our company. Anyways,
Battlefront. We were talking about Battlefront.
Battlefront, yeah, DLC. I think we also found out, there isn't going to be a single player campaign, which that's
What?
going to kill it.
There is not?
There's
I
not a
didn't
single
realize that.
player campaign. They took
should
it out.
change that right now.
They have.
Like everybody should petition them. Everybody on this should write them a letter and write 100 angry comments on everything they post about it, and make that be changed.
Exactly.
That needs
Because
to be changed.
EA listens and they do what their fans want.
No, they should just.
Totally.
Yeah.
No, all the effort
The
won't
voice of
accomplish
cynicism.
anything, but at least you should try.
Anyways,
I can sense immense sarcasm in that one.
this is probably not.
Smell the sarcasm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just brewing.
It's just a pit of doom. Yeah, there isn't. You caught on. You caught on. Anyways, it's a Sarlacc pit.
Now who's
Which
gonna climb
Boba
out of
Fett
that?
survived.
Yeah, that's another interesting topic.
Boba Fett did
Fett's
survive.
surviving that, being resurrected, since they showed that off of him above the Sarlacc pit. That was pretty interesting.
Yeah.
So, but anyways,
Boba Fett's he's a wonderful villain. Everybody loves him, so
I'm pretty sure he's gonna make an appearance.
great
in
to have him
episode
back.
see
7.
that,
It's great to have him back.
Did you
Yeah.
see that Lego model
love
that
you,
that
Boba.
guy made to depict how he got out?
No, I didn't see that.
All right, the little Jawas.
Yeah.
They're the
They-
smaller ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in little
Smaller
black
ones.
hoods with the little eyes and
Yeah.
yeah.
It's creepy little
I don't like the
motherfuckers.
big-
Yeah, they are.
They are creepy.
They don't
The
even show the big
scavengers of the
Jawas.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure the big Jawas are the Rancor.
Anyway.
Have you ever thought of it
Nice.
that way?
Yes.
I never did, but
Anyways, they
Oh.
like harvest the juices
What a
from
robot.
the Sarlacc pit.
yeah.
For like
Batteries.
and they make
maybe? I don't know.
Jawa juice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah, that
that's
makes
a little
sense.
bit creepy.
And somehow Boba Fett found one of these holes where they farmed the juice from, and he got into there back into the distillery or something.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Now,
It was a really impressive
That's pretty
model.
elaborate.
Yeah.
That is.
and going
I figured he just flew back out.
That's what I thought
Yeah.
too.
Right.
Well,
He's
got a jet-
He's got a jetpack.
Apparently, it was
He's got
damaged.
a
though, when
jetpack.
Han
He's got
stabbed it.
armor.
there,
But-
well, that makes sense. But in the whole expanded universe,
Mm.
Boba Fett has survived that in about 8 different ways. So it is possible he's coming back. I don't know what story arc they're gonna use, but
How old is he going to be?
that's a very good question. He's at least, I'm thinking, his 30s if you go into the actual timeline and the
Is he?
episode 6.
Well, how old was when you consider how old Obi-Wan is
Yeah.
by the later episodes compared to how old he is in the first? Plus,
Well,
you know,
he's a
another
Jedi,
20
though.
years.
He could age as a Jedi
Yeah.
longer,
Mm-hmm.
I believe.
If I remember right. I think he's in his 70s in episode 4.
Oh.
Because he was in his 30s in the third episode, right? Either his 30s or early 40s. He was getting pretty old.
But that
Yeah.
that would put Boba Fett in his 50s.
Something like that, yeah. So, I don't know. If he'd be like 70 years old in episode 7, he's still kicking it.
Hey, he's still a pure clone.
Yeah, it's true. He's a clone, so
Yeah.
they age differently. So, I didn't think
Well,
about that.
That's true. They could have actually, because they were supposed to not increase the speed of his aging.
That's right.
They
They
could have
didn't
slowed
accelerate
it.
it.
Yeah.
They could have accidentally slowed it down more than they needed to.
I don't think they make accidents, those long neck people.
Probably not.
I don't think so.
I don't remember what they were called. They don't look
Yep.
like they make accidents.
Kmonians, I think is what it was, or something like that.
Yeah.
Because it was on
Something.
Camino.
The planet that always rains.
Caminoans. Yes.
Caminoan. That doesn't sound right.
Which was also
The
in,
Ireland
in
Williams.
Battlefront 2, which
What?
I hope they bring back.
That's not gonna be in it. That's another topic we're going into.
That was an awesome map.
That was an awesome map. It was
Battlefront-
huge, and it was
Yeah, the new Battlefront is only going to be in the the original trilogy maps from that. Which once again DLC.
Except for Jaka.
The Jaka, that's going to be in the new one.
As long as
Yeah.
they get the
So-
old Bespin platforms map from Battlefront
Bespin?
1.
I don't remember.
It was
that
a
one.
big platforms map with all these bridges and funnel points that you had to go through, and it
Oh,
was
I remember
awesome.
that.
Yes, that
You
one.
would snipe me like all day. That was
Yeah,
no. The one I'm waiting
Annoyed
for
me.
is Hoth.
they got to bring
Hoth's
that
in
back.
it. Hoth's in
Yes.
it. And then of course we know that Djanka one is, and then Indoor, and there's like 2 other maps that I know of. That's it. So
Tatooine better be on there
And then you're gonna have to pay for all of the other ones individually.
pretty
Right.
much by the sounds of it.
$2.99.
No single player campaign. They do have split screen co-op. I don't know how that's gonna work out. Maybe that's the campaign.
They've always had that before, but
Yeah, it makes sense as a multiplayer, but as a game as a whole, it looks like Battlefront's gonna be pretty much crap. When it comes to actual gameplay, I mean,
From what
it's gonna
they've
have
released
an
in
amazing
information.
experience, but
yeah,
it's not gonna have the
it's gonna
elements.
be a beautiful
to be
25 minutes,
right? Yeah.
and then you're gonna be like, okay, and I can't do anything else than this. So, and then you'll play it for another 30, 40 hours, but you still won't be happy about it. You'll just love it because it's beautiful.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's just gonna be a.
It's a woman who can't cook.
It's, they have
or
turned
work, or do
Battlefront
anything.
into Call
But
of
it's
Duty, just without all the fun stuff in it.
Yeah, even
So.
most of the Call of Duties had a story mode.
Yeah, I think all of them do.
The other
Yeah.
big one is it's supposed to top out at 40 players for online battling, 20 on each team.
That's
And
actually really
Nice.
good.
Yeah.
Well, the concern is the maps are so large that it may create difficulties in finding one another.
Ooh, how more?
Unless they have NPCs, which I have not read.
haven't heard
They'll
anything
probably
about
take
NPCs.
place
Fleshing
of
that out.
people
That's what
until they can
Battlefront used
join.
to do. So with
Battle-
the online play,
Oh,
or
they
even
had
with-
40 players on their
they-
old Battlefront. Oh,
Or even with a
or, like,
local
Battlefront
play.
1, it was like up to 15 people or something like that, but they had
yeah.
30 NPCs going on at it.
And they always
Yeah,
had
even in
big
local
maps.
play, they
kinda
would have
usually worked out.
NPCs running around.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that.
Hit and miss maybe. I don't know. Do what now?
I was just pointing out, we have trouble with Zach always making noises.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, his
Yeah.
ring chinks on the cup. So another random noise from
Zach. How did you find
Zach.
something to do? We made a notice of this in like every single podcast that you make a lot of noise, and yet once again, I've given you the less sensitive mic that we have,
he's never been a quiet boy.
I'm sitting here drinking tea,
and yet you found a noise to make.
I don't mean to. It just happens.
Holy
Comes
crap!
by naturally.
Nice job. We didn't even do that test I said we are gonna do. Make as much noise as you can.
Oh yeah,
We didn't do
I
that.
wanted to do that. That sounded like fun.
Yeah, when you fired off that shot, yeah, that was fun.
It was just a cap.
Still,
It's like a little cap gun.
still. Anyways,
It made you jump.
back to Star Wars. So we haven't really talked much about a episode 7 trailer that we saw, and let me just say it was beautiful. Brought a tear to all of our eyes. It was a phenomenal. So what were you guys' thoughts on that? How about you, Alex? You haven't said a whole lot. You seen the trailer?
Yeah,
Honest-
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Is it good?
yeah.
Bad? Awesome? Best parts? Sad parts?
It was good. J.J. Abrams does a really good job. I mean,
Yeah.
he does make it look flashy, but
I don't know. I think it fit.
it's,
A flashy is good for sci-fi.
A lot of
Yeah.
people
yeah,
seem
especially
very
with the Star
excited-
Wars ones he's done.
A lot of people seem
I mean, Star
very
Trek.
excited about
My
the
bad.
fact that there weren't a lot of lens flare in the trailer.
Yes, no lens flares, please. Because who designs a modern piece of technology that has a light shining in your eye from every angle? I mean, who would
Yeah.
really design that?
Right.
On a separate note, I'm actually kind of a fan of lens flares.
No,
think
they,
they
look
look pretty.
cool.
Yeah.
But you don't need lens flares in every shot.
Have
That
you
is
ever-
true.
Have you ever watched the history for Star Trek?
I don't
The
remember.
first
I don't
movie,
remember.
JJ. Oh,
Yeah.
we'll show it to you later. It's
But you've
got a
watched-
great
you've
lens
watched
flare
the new
joke.
movies,
There's
haven't
so many lens
I've
flares.
seen the first one.
you? Okay,
I haven't
there's
seen the
lens
second one.
flares in every single shot. Like every single one.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
And it's
I
like,
love.
Who designed that? This is not fun. This just gets headache inducing after a while.
I love the bit where there was a scene, and there was an Easter egg in the scene. I think it was in the first Star Trek that JJ did, or it might have been the second one. But there's a scene where Spock is talking with Kirk, and I think it's Kirk. Spock was talking with somebody. I remember Spock was in the
Yeah.
scene, and there's a window, big ass window, window right behind him, and it's clear as day. You can see R2D2. I mean, giant R2D2 flying by the window, and I mean he was just sitting in the window for like 5 minutes, and no one picked up on it. I'm like, he hit it perfectly, but it was right there in plain sight. So yeah, that was an awesome part on JJ. I thought that was pretty cool. Well, and also kind of a little teased a little bit of what's to come, even though that was before it even was announced, I think.
Yeah.
Just to go back a little bit, Jakku, Jakku is the desert planet.
Jakku.
Whether it's pronounced like that or not.
That makes
who
me
knows. But we're gonna call it
Jakku.
Daxter. Say again?
Makes me think of Jack and Daxter.
That was a good game. That was a very good game.
Yeah.
It was a good series. But
But that's not what we're talking about today.
Star Wars, 'cause it's
Yes.
Star Wars.
I think one of the biggest things I'm excited about seeing is the old players, seeing Luke and Leia and Han and Chewie,
Yep.
and exactly how much of a role they're going to play, because this obviously is not their movie.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
So, are they doing cameos? I mean, it's like how much are they actually going to be involved? It seems like I saw one part of the clip, Han Solo, he had what looked like a military uniform. So, I think they're going to imply there's a lot of history here.
Is he going to be like the old guy in The Lost Boys and they're just going to borrow his car?
Yeah, well, I think he's going to be more like the grandpa
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
I like that
Yeah.
image, though, of them borrowing his car.
or the great uncle or something.
I've heard online. I read an article. I don't remember where at, so I can't sort you, but or cite you. But they were saying that in the new movie, Han Solo is going to get about 15, maybe 20 minutes of airtime on screen.
Wow, that's quite a bit.
It's quite a bit, but it's still quite a little
Well,
bit.
actually, it may not be quite a bit. Do we know how long this movie is yet?
About
Do we
2.5
have a runtime?
hours from what we're guessing.
Okay, yeah, 15 minutes. Not too much,
Yeah, it's not much at all.
that's a long
And then
movie.
Luke and Leia.
Who
That's
cares?
movies.
Who cares? It's Star
Pretty much.
Wars.
That's a short cameo appearance at that point.
Yeah.
Him and Chewie don't get much info. I don't remember. I think Leia doesn't get much screenplay at all. I know Luke gets pretty good sized, but that's only in this movie. In the next one, he isn't supposed to get much at all.
Wait.
And I think, and what we're speculating is that Han Solo is going to get more kind of information. I also heard that one of the spin-offs could be featuring Han Solo and just his story. I don't know how good that's going to be, considering I doubt Harrison Ford is going to be playing him.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I think it's.
that I could have issue with that.
I think
we
it.
could all have issue with that.
That would be like someone other than Tom Hanks playing Forrest Gump.
Harrison
why there's
Ford
no
could have
Forrest
issue
Gump
with
2.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tom Hanks
Exactly.
wouldn't do it.
So
Maybe a young Han
I know there
Solo
was-
type thing.
yeah, that's what we're thinking. It's
Yeah.
more of a younger story,
Yeah.
but.
I'm kind of interested because I know there's some not fan fiction, but there were some fictional books that went on about Han Solo and Leia getting married and having, of course, twins, and the twins had the Force, and so I'm kind of hoping there's maybe some connection with that, because that storyline always intrigued me, and it would make a greater connection with the old characters.
Exactly. Yeah. It's supposed to be over Luke's kids, from what I was hearing, and
Hopefully not with Leia.
or wait. I think it might be right. You were talking
'Cause
about
that's awkward.
Yeah.
Leia and
Very.
Han getting
Han,
together. There's
yeah.
supposed to be twins in here,
Yeah.
and they're both supposed to have the Force. One's supposed to go the good ways. One's supposed to go towards the dark side.
So we got a
Um,
Civil War type storyline going on.
Between the brothers and sisters, kind of like a Cain and Abel kind of story.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's Han's kids, but I'm not quite certain. Of course, not much has been released on this movie. I mean, they don't even have a description up yet.
Right.
So
I still want the last one to be Han like scolding the kid that went to the dark side. What were you thinking?
that would be awesome.
That would be good.
That would be a great way to end the movie. But yeah, I'm not quite certain. I know Luke, I think, is supposed to have a kid. I don't know with who though. That's the thing. Is he gonna have some random chick that he met from the planet? God knows what.
That's true. He had no love interest once
Maybe some
Leia turned out
rebel
to be his
chick.
sister.
Yeah.
Maybe some rebel chick like after the ceremony where they got their medals.
Maybe looks a little like Harley Quinn. Just saying.
Oh hey.
Yes.
That works perfectly. I've heard rumors that Luke may be going towards the dark side. I think that one's fan fiction.
Yeah, that
I don't
that
think-
seems a little odd.
I could see it happening, but I think that would be a huge fail for the fans, because
Yeah.
most of us, I mean,
We would be so angry.
Luke was such a hero of my generation. So yeah, to turn him to the dark side would just kind of
It would make
It's-
everyone
yeah.
angry.
It
it's
would.
just insulting to what the best movies in this entire universe have built up.
Mhm.
So,
Because who wants to watch their heroes fall?
But I wouldn't put it past him. J.J. Abrams is not always known to follow canon. I mean, he doesn't mind changing things.
He likes to bring us pain.
He likes to bring us pain. Vulcan destroyed. We are welcome.
What? Not as much as Joss Whedon, but he still likes to bring us pain.
he does.
That's true.
He does. But
Firefly
I think it's
reference.
interesting.
That wasn't a Firefly reference.
Oh, that's my biggest pain with Joss Whedon. Really?
I'm a leaf on the wind.
I'm a
Watch me
leaf on the
soar.
wind. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
We aren't supposed to be talking about this. We're supposed to have one solid podcast, and I predicted this last night. Did I not?
I didn't.
I know you
reference
didn't
it.
reference
he said,
it.
He said Firefly.
He
You
brought, it up first.
You said Joss
no,
Whedon.
I was thinking about Phil.
Phil.
Phil
Oh,
Coulson.
Phil Coulson. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. That was disappointing too.
Yeah.
But they brought him back for the TV show, so it's okay.
yeah.
I wasn't referencing Firefly. That was
I knew that was going to come up. I knew it.
I tell you,
knew
we
it.
got to do a Firefly podcast to got to get this all
It-
out.
Get
It's
it out of
coming
our
soon.
system.
All right.
It's coming soon. If not this week or not next week, it might be the week after. It's coming soon, though. Follow us on Facebook, and you'll know exactly when it's going on.
Yeah.
So, once again, facebook.com/jab entertainment. Is it backslash or is it forward slash?
They'll figure
There's
it.
a
They'll
slash.
figure it out.
It's a slash.
Here, hold
some
on.
sort of slash.
Whatever the slash is by the HTTP, just match it.
Exactly. I think that's the best way we've ever heard description for it. Just match it. Oh, wait. We have it right here.
Forward slash.
Forward slash. Once again, it doesn't say, like, forward or back. It's just slash.
It's like this.
Yeah.
Is that
Forward
forward or is that
slash.
back? You'd
That's
think
forward.
that'd be back
Forward.
because it's going backwards.
Forward.
Who comes up with this stuff?
I don't know.
It was long before you were born.
So, yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, go to there
Back
and you'll
when
find out.
we didn't even have typewriters. We just had rocks. And we'd smash them together. We create different grammatical punctuations.
We'd put people's hands between them.
It was yes. Oh, we were happy.
It worked.
We put people's hands between them and then see what shape their hand is afterwards, and then we're like, "Oh, let's add that into grammar."
That makes sense.
That
See-
actually would make a lot of sense.
And math.
And there's another history lessons for you, kiddos.
Yes.
So there you go. Don't go to go to
This
school.
is the true history.
Don't tell people. Don't get kids to not go to school.
Go to school, and you'll find out even more.
Don't do drugs and go to school.
Back in my day, we were happy.
You are happy. So yeah, back to Star Wars. Yeah. So fan fiction, the whole expanded universe. Disney has gotten rid of. They say that's not going to be part of the films. What are your guys' opinions on that? This is a while ago that they announced this, but it's still going to affect all of our lives with this kind of subject matter.
I mean, I kind of support it because if you try to follow all the fiction, especially that's come out of the Star Wars universe, it is going to tie your hands. I mean, you already have got, the original movies, you've got the prequels, you've got so much that is already a part of the canon that you really shouldn't be messing with it. If you started taking in all the fiction that surrounds it, I'm not even sure you could, honestly. I think you would still end up kind of like your comic book fans and comic book movies. There's always going to be things that it doesn't gel. You've missed it. That
Yep.
wasn't supposed to happen.
Yep.
Like adding extra things in.
I get some
Like
of
with the
that,
lightsaber.
because you need some creative license.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. The one
I
thing
was thinking Deadpool and Wolverine's origin story, but
Oh.
yeah.
that doesn't exist.
he
We're
can
talking about
teleport. Wow. And he has laser eyes.
Laser beams shooting at their freaking heads.
I
anyways.
feel like they should have that.
Well,
in
let's
the
sew his
Deadpool
lips
movie.
shut so no more witty banter. Wait, who is this?
Hey.
Deadpool? I don't think so.
I
Yeah,
feel like
yeah.
they should have that in the Deadpool movie, just playing, and he's gonna be like, pull out a pistol and shoot the TV. I don't know.
There's
I want
there's
that.
gonna be a bunch of fourth wall breaks. I can already see it.
I don't know how good that movie's still gonna be though. I
Mhm.
really don't know.
No, I don't know either. I'm just saying they need to do that.
You
That
talking,
would
fun.
make it.
you talking about Deadpool?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really don't know how well the movie's gonna go, and I'm still
Me either.
very upset that it's being made.
I'm pretty skeptical too.
I'm just like,
Mhm.
why do it? Fox they managed to make some decent X-Men movies in the past. Well, they made 2 decent X-Men movies since the original 3. Which
Mhm.
okay, that's all right. I can understand that. Your last one was amazing. Your upcoming one's supposed to be even better. That's great. But now you're gonna make Deadpool. Too much failures behind you in the past to really give you credit for it. So until it comes out, until
Give
I
it
see
some
it,
time.
I don't think it's gonna happen. So that's my personal opinion, but
I think it's just gonna be sad. All
Pretty
this
much.
hype over something that's just gonna make us want to, oh,
I can see a lot of
I wish I'd
kids,
never watched it.
teenage kids who go see it, it's going to get a PG-13 rating, and they're going to be like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! I'm a Deadpool fan," and they've never know anything about it.
Like,
Yep.
No, you're not.
That's
Not at all.
what's going to end up happening. But either way,
It's like the people who just watch Avengers and decide they're a Joss Whedon fan.
right?
Because
No.
there's so much
Like,
more.
what is his real name?
Because all Joss
And they don't
Whedon ever
know.
did was
Was
make
Avengers.
Avengers, right?
Yeah.
That's the only thing he ever did in the whole history of television.
Pretty much. No.
No.
Anyways,
Yeah, a lot of those kids won't even know his real name.
right? So
Josh. We
What?
love Josh.
What?
awesome.
Josh Whedon. We love Josh.
No, not his name. Deadpool's name. His
Oh,
real
yeah.
name.
That's Wade Wilson,
Wade Wilson. Yeah.
which is a pun off of Slade Wilson. If you guys
That's what I
didn't
always
catch that,
thought.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the guy who originally made Slade, like he left or got fired or something from DC, and then when he went to Marvel, he made Deadpool to make him.
Those of you guys out there
Yeah.
who love drama, like you just have to have drama in your life. Look up the origins of these comic book characters and like the backstories of people who made them, and you will run into so much drama between them and the companies like Marvel or DC.
Yeah.
DC is pretty good. Marvel's horrible about having drama with their writers and their illustrators.
Well, yeah, because it's Disney.
What about Star Wars? Does that have
That was
dra-
before
does
Disney.
that have
this
does,
is before it was.
does
below
Star
Disney.
Wars Origins have a lot of drama?
As for like creating it,
Nothing. I'm just trying to get back to Star Wars.
I like that transition there. I like that. Yeah, back to Star Wars. Yeah, the one thing that I was really upset about, I was really hoping for was let's bring Darth Revan into the movie series. Even though this was back in the Old Republic, it is still possible to have him in the new movie. It made sense. We saw the first character leak for Darth what's his face. That's what we're gonna call him because he's wearing that mask and it looks just like Revan's. And then we see his lightsaber, and then you find out his actual name, and it's just like, why couldn't you have just gone with Darth Revan?
Why do you taunt us so?
It was perfect. I was so happy when I saw that, and then it was just like, why, man? Copyright.
Really?
Copyright.
And I deal with
Anyways.
copyrights on a daily
It's
basis.
a teaser. It's
Yeah.
a teaser. That's really what it was. It was a tease.
They just wanted to make us cry. They wanted to get our hopes up and then smash them in front of us
Into tiny little
You know.
pieces.
to give us an idea of what the movie might be like.
Oh,
Which-
Ron shards everywhere. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Next issue is episode 7 going to have a Han shot first moment?
Please, yes.
That'd be kind of cool. Like
How do you
Not-
mean?
I still think it'd be
Huh?
funny though
What
if
do
they
you
then
mean, a Han
digitally
shot
alter it
first
so
moment?
it looks like.
I mean, I know the Han shot first, but what's a Han shot first moment in a movie?
well, I meant like, are they going to have that debatable moment where they have like some awesome happen and then they remaster it like George Lucas used to do in the past
Oh,
to where
yeah.
it's something completely different? Are we going to have those fights again? Is that going to happen? Is JJ going to implement this in the movie just to follow up with the whole franchise? Or is he just going to do it the way he thinks he should? I mean, get rid of that altogether. What are you guys' opinions on that? Should we have more, fights over who shot first? And
I don't think he would do it intentionally.
no, you wouldn't. You don't think so?
No.
I would do it. I mean, if I was in that place, I would do that just to give kind of like a little, Easter egg back to the older movies or something,
Yeah.
to leave your mark or something. That'd be kind of cool.
Something
I
to
don't know,
tie it
does he-
together.
I'm trying to think of the J.J. Abrams movies I've seen. I don't remember seeing a lot of Easter eggs where he seems to.
He throws in a lot of Star Wars Easter eggs, believe it or not, in a lot of his older movies.
Really?
Yeah, like I said, I mean, there's like C-3POs everywhere. R2-D2's made appearances in just about everything he's done, and it's kind of cool seeing him do this since he was such a fan and his
Speaking
movies.
of R2D2, what do you think of the new R2D2?
There's a new R2-D2.
BB-8,
Oh,
the
yeah, that.
ball.
the
Yeah.
BB-shaped
I
robot.
love it.
I don't like
I love it only for one
Looks
reason.
cool.
What?
mobility.
It's, believe it or not, a puppet. It's on strings. I thought that was so cool.
I'm not sure it is. They had it at Celebration, Star Wars Celebration,
Whenever it first
and it
announced.
came out on stage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think
I heard
it's
that it was a robot.
yeah, I think
an
it's
actual
got a balance
existing
thing
robot.
in the ball with a magnet at the top that keeps the head up. I mean, that's my guess. I'm kind of.
I heard it was
I
Uh,
actually.
haven't read anything. Don't think I'm speaking educated.
A gyro.
Here. But
like a
yeah,
Segway.
but that's when I'm looking at it. That's what I imagine. Yeah, like Zach said.
I heard it was a
Kinda like a
puppet and it was on
Segway.
strings, and I couldn't understand how that happened. But
Yeah, no, they've got some footage out there from the thing I saw today. It's, I mean,
Huh.
he's not not real sure of himself, the head doesn't always
Stay
seem to
up.
be where it should be.
But
Well, it
you
stays
can-
up, but it doesn't have the focus. But
Yeah.
what I'm kind of wondering, actually, what I am hoping is that BB-8 is not the new Jar Jar Binks. I know they always put something in for the kids,
Yep.
and that's where they went wrong with Return of the Jedi, and then of course, in the new episodes with Jar Jar Binks. But I'm hoping that's not BB-8. But then again, a cute little robot, that's a lot better than some of the alternatives we've seen previously.
All right, going back to the Jar Jar Binks, I have to throw this out because I don't know how many people actually picked up on this, but Jar Jar 8 actually played an a very important role in the whole story. I don't know if you guys realize this or not, because he's a fucking idiot. Once again, yeah, he was the downfall of the entire Republic. It was his call over whether Chancellor Palpatine, who would have given this guy into the Senate first off, I don't know. I guess Padme Amidala thought it was a great idea, but got him into the Senate, and it was his call to make him the Supreme Chancellor, which got him to be the Emperor.
Misa don't know what you're doing.
It was his fault that the entire original trilogy started.
That is
So-
fitting.
I
Yeah.
thought it was kind of cool that they did that, but I don't know if that actually picked up in the sound.
I
but
would imagine.
Yeah, I
And
would
you complain
imagine.
about me flipping my Zippo.
Doctor.
At least
We
when I
can't
do
say
it, I
which
try to
soda
be
we're drinking, but
discreet.
it's soda. Yeah, it had to be worked.
Or it could be an energy drink.
It could be an energy drink. You guys don't know. What am I drinking? Well, if we get our sponsorship from a certain
What if
awesome
one
company,
of us say
we would
part of the
definitely do
name and somebody else says a different part, and we'll say it in reverse.
Pepper. Now everybody knows what I'm drinking.
Pots.
Ooh.
Hey.
Right.
I like what
Mm.
you did there.
Bow chicka
So what are
wow
we
wow.
drinking? Royal.
She was a better superhero than Iron Man.
She was. I love it when she got in the suit in the last movie. I thought that was
I
awesome.
like it when she tore up the suits in the last movie.
That was awesome too. That was great. That was a good movie.
He
Iron
really
Man
needs to
3
make
was
less
really good.
breakable suits, though.
Right?
Hopefully for Age of Ultron, he doesn't make suits that, break under any strain at all.
Well, the Hulkbuster armor.
Yeah, the
Yeah, the
Hulkbuster will be
Hulkbuster.
nice. But, I mean, have you watched
And he
Iron
has-
Man 3?
Have
Like,
you
the
s-
suits, tear apart at a whim.
Yeah.
It's like the wind blows a little and they fall apart.
So,
And
But
I
with-
get the one, because he's developing that one. But all of them.
true.
But did you see you did see the new trailer where it was not
Yeah,
the
I've seen
trailer
I've
but
seen the trailer with the Hulkbuster.
yeah, the
That
Hulk
looks awesome.
fighting
with
him
the
with the
whole
Hulkbusters.
Hulkbuster thing right here, do you know how many TV spots have been released that showcase that one scene? We're talking about 20 in the past week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I was following up and I was posting all of them, as all our fans know, of our website. We were posting these trailers up on our website up until the last full trailer. But all the TV spots, all the trailers were going up on our site until we got to I want to say TV spot number 5, and I was like, why are these still coming out? Especially after the final trailer, but there's 20 of them, and you're just like, why so many for one movie? But people love it. I can't blame them. I love them too, but that's way too many. They were releasing 3 a day, which is cool. I
That's
guess, but
ridiculous.
a little too much. But yeah, back to Star Wars. So what's another big thing you guys really want to see? What's the number one thing you want to see in the movie? Is there any certain references, any Easter eggs, any kind of big throwouts in there? What is the one thing that you hope that they throw in the next movie?
Someone to take over Darth Maul.
Bring back Darth Maul. Or
not bring him back because he obviously died. He got cut in half.
he
Yeah,
can
they
still come back, and he came back in the expanded
Animated.
universe.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
In
Multiple
the animated
times.
series,
But-
he
He
was
came back in the
insane with a
Clone Wars
spider
series.
body.
I mean,
Yeah,
they,
Clone Wars.
he
Yeah.
could teach
It's like,
someone
No,
or whatever.
please,
The dual
just let
bladed.
him be dead.
Okay.
I like that idea. Yeah. Now I do like the idea of
Getting cut in half
the
tends to kill
species, the
people.
race.
Falling 30,000 feet tends to kill people. Both, I would feel comfortable assuming he's dead.
Yeah,
Right?
that's why I said.
Unless
But I
you're
mean,
Arrow.
somebody
If
to
you're
take
Arrow,
over
you
the
can get
dual
stabbed through
wielded.
the chest.
Oh, you
Plummet
want
off
the
a
dual
cliff
wield
and
the
stab.
lightsaber.
Stabbing is
Yeah.
different than bifurcation. Okay.
That's different though.
That's what I'm saying.
He
Similar.
wants
It's close to.
dual wielded lightsabers. I think that's a cool idea. That was pretty awesome in that movie. That was one of the cool things about Episode 1.
Yeah.
Episode 1 was an alright movie. I mean, it had some pretty cool features, but it was a pretty crappy movie. But if you take those awesome features out and put them in a new movie, I think that'd be kind of cool. I like the pod racing. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That was like the coolest part of the movie right there for me. It was just the pod racing.
See, I found that to be one of the saddest parts of the movie because that was kind of the ultimate moment of victory.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and it was like, really?
pod race.
Pod race with a little boy.
Pretty
And
much.
there's our climax.
Pretty much.
And now we're just stuck for the rest of the movie.
Children, I hope you enjoyed it with Child Greedo.
Yeah. It was still pretty cool though. I mean, you put some blasters on that, and you can like use that in an actual fight. That would be awesome.
That would be the most awesome scene.
I'm thinking Speeders and Endor are cooler.
Speeders and Indoor were pretty awesome. I love that, and I love
Yeah.
how unstable they are, and you can just crash into anything and everything. Trees are everywhere.
Tree.
That's cool because you see these
Tree.
explosions.
Yeah.
Tree.
Well, it's kind of like riding the trenches in, in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Before
Exactly.
they blew up the Death Star.
Oh, look, another tree.
That
It's
was
like
getting
NASCAR.
shot at.
Hey, they're making another left turn. Another left turn. They're making another left turn.
Since we mentioned it tonight, I would kind of like to see Boba Fett in the new movie.
I do. I
Yes.
think that would be kind of cool.
But outside of that, I'd say I don't really have a hope to, because to be honest, I'm kind of cynical. I'm hoping for a really awesome movie, something that goes back to like Empire Strikes Back age,
Yeah.
where they've done
Yeah.
a really amazing job with the universe, the Star Wars universe. I'm kind of expecting more of the prequel series to be coming out of this.
Yeah.
I'm excited about seeing the old cast, but yeah, I'm having a hard time getting my hopes up.
Yeah, I believe you there.
I would
But-
really love to see Boba Fett like old and with a limp and kind of slouchy. I don't know. I would like that. That would be funny.
Not even in like fighting stance, just like cameo. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean, just standing in the background,
Have
like
him sitting
I'm
at a
here.
bar.
I'm like, yeah,
Or
that
like-
would be awesome.
As
Like
an
the
Easter
cantina.
egg, yeah, it'd be great.
Yeah, just chilling there.
Have him
Or
sitting at
even
a bar
if-
facing away from you. Maybe the helmet sitting beside him.
One thing I do not
Or
want to
old
see.
Greedo. You could put old Greedo. That would be interesting. Old Greedo and old Han. Then they could play old games together. And then the question is, who yelled bingo first?
Or even if they can't bring back Boba, they can have to where they can go into like a hall of
Mandalorian armor or something like that.
or like
Have a
recognized.
collector have his helmet or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That would be cool. I don't want to
Or
see
Hall
any
of Recognized-
Mandalorians showing up in the movie. I
Not really.
don't like how they do that. I mean, of course, the armor came from the Mandalorians and
You don't
whatnot.
want any
but
Mandalorians in the movie?
I don't want to see the Mandalorians in the movie. No.
Did you guys see the clip from the Star Wars Celebration that showed the parade of the Boba Fett's?
The Mandalorians.
Really?
That-
Pretty much, yeah. Because they
Mandalorians
were
are-
all different.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
it's
Yeah,
cool.
it's
Mandalorian armor.
Mandos.
But it was like 2.5 minutes long of just, I couldn't even.
Yup.
had to
I
be
saw it. It was freaking
well
awesome.
over 100. I mean, 200.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
It
could
was
show
a
you
lot.
some of those. There's some cool ones.
I thought it was pretty neat.
I think it's cool, but then of course you get into like people are calling Boba Fett, like someone in a green Mandalorian armor, not green, like blue or purple or something. They're calling that as Boba Fett, and that's not Boba
No,
Fett.
no, no.
That's just a Mandalorian. It just gets confusing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
They
you
could
know.
have a group of Mandalorians in the background at some point. That wouldn't bother me, but they don't want to. They don't need to be drawing attention to it.
yeah, right.
I am making, or will eventually make Mandalorian armor for myself for
So,
cosplay.
I was gonna build some of that out of solid steel. 'cause
that'd be
cool.
awesome. That would be awesome. That'd be kind of cool to see.
Mhm.
Full
I'm
steel.
trying to think if it relates to like Darth Vader's plastic outfit versus Stormtroopers.
Like what do you mean?
Like Boba Fett, comparing Boba Fett's armor to just Mandalorian armor versus, Darth Vader's armor to a Stormtrooper's armor.
Stormtroopers, they're all white. Darth Vader.
Well, yeah, I
Oh,
mean,
but
they're
like-
different. but they
Mando
still have
armor
the
is
same,
like super dense. It can deflect a lightsaber.
what can?
Mando armor is crazy,
Yeah,
but I think the comparison.
it's a
is
very
pretty
special
accurate
metal.
yeah.
between the Darth
The
Vader's
vibranium?
armor.
Yeah,
Yes. The-
that's why. Sorry.
Isn't it
It's made of
Beskar or something
vibranium.
that they say can deflect lightsaber? Anyway, but yeah, yeah, I would say that's an accurate analogy comparing like
And like,
saying that because somebody's wearing Mandalorian armor, they're wearing Boba Fett armor would be like saying a
Darth Vader is Stormtrooper. Yeah, I get that now.
Yeah.
Okay, makes
yeah, that
sense.
makes sense.
Yeah. By the way, new Stormtrooper outfits, the armor and whatnot. What are your opinions on that?
Couldn't care less.
Couldn't care less?
They look
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
They're
They look pretty
uniforms.
cool, but I think they
They're
should have kept the
Stormtroopers.
original.
They don't really
Yeah.
count. They don't hit anything. Whatever.
No,
mean,
I don't think they should have kept the originals because
They're
they
ju-
change.
They're just
That's
NPC.
true.
They're NPC fodder.
That is true.
Here's the thing: every military, their uniform changes throughout time.
yeah,
Yeah.
So, the I think
it makes
should change.
sense. But
Did you ever hear about the fight between the stormtrooper and the red shirt? The stormtrooper missed every shot, but the red shirt died anyway.
I love that. I love that. Oh, that's awesome. We need a shirt of that. We're making that a shirt. That's happening. You can buy it at
Cool.
jabjabentertainment.com.
whenever we
slash
get the details.
shirt. That's pretty cool Mando armor.
Yeah.
Of course, our audience can't see that, so thank you for showing that to us. But
Escalator.
what I heard was
escalator full of whoop.
yeah, we're not saying the rest of that.
Yeah,
So
that's-
bleep it out.
Whoop,
That's why I stopped
groovy.
at what?
Whoop.
Be like- no, you say whoop. I'll say groovy.
Whoop.
Groovy.
There you go. No need to censor anything.
I didn't even
That
say
works.
it though.
That's true, but still.
I caught myself.
I've heard rumors that the stormtroopers will actually be a decent shot this movie.
Really?
I've heard rumors.
I thought it
But
was
then again,
funny
no
to
one
s-
knows. It's all speculation. So
I did find it funny in Battlefront that they had snipers that were stormtroopers.
right.
It's like, that's hilarious.
A sniper.
Well, you know, the
stormtrooper.
underlying problem is you got your heroes, and your heroes can't die.
Mm-hmm.
And they're really the only people you're seeing predominantly. So the ever-present threat of stormtroopers, it's just kind of the dynamics of the scripting.
But
Yeah.
have you ever tried to aim a rifle with a motorcycle helmet on?
I have not.
You can't do it. So it actually makes sense because you can't get your cheek onto it. So you're shooting from over here.
There you go. The mechanics of stormtrooper rifle firing.
Yeah.
But they always fire from the hip.
Yeah,
There's no
exactly.
point shouldering it.
Oh, I guess it makes sense.
They go like.
So they might as well just be like, ba 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 ba.
Did I hit him? Did I hit him?
They should go through at least some training.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? Man. So
Like a week worth.
yeah, that was pretty cool. Let's see, is there anything else really Star Wars related released? I mean, we had Star Wars Celebration, but there wasn't any like thing really released other than those two trailers. There's a panel with JJ and what's her face?
Kathleen
Kathleen, yeah.
something.
Kathleen Snyder, I want to say.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Kathleen something. Yeah, I heard they had a panel, but other than that, I mean, it was pretty simple stuff.
I mean,
Um,
imagine they're gonna have more trailers the closer it gets to release date.
I've heard there's like one more trailer to be released, and that's it. So that makes about sense. I mean, there was only 2 for Avengers, 2 big trailers.
That was
and
3.
Was it.
I thought it was 3.
Or was there 3? Maybe it was 3. I think there was 2 or 3, and then there's a bunch of TV spots.
Yeah.
Which I can see TV spots coming up, but those are probably just gonna be showcasing the same stuff we've already seen.
Yeah.
And a big thing for J.J. Abrams and the Star Wars universe, so it's like Squared, is not releasing too many details before the movie's released. So
Exactly.
even the new trailer is probably not going to give us a whole lot. We're going to have
It's-
to go see the movie.
Yeah, because it's
very
2.5
vague.
hours.
yeah.
Too
If
much
at
movie
that-
to fit in a trailer.
Wasn't the
Exactly.
Star Trek movies like 3 hours long?
I don't remember.
They were long. So, I mean, just think about that. I mean, it's JJ. He's going to make a good job. It's going to be a pretty decent sized movie. So,
One of the things that I did see on the Star Wars Celebration was they got huge applause when they talked about their special effects was less CGI
Yep.
and was more
Yeah.
practical, which is kind of going back to the roots of Star Wars. That
It-
gave me a little
yeah.
bit of hope.
It's not as outdated, honestly, which
Yeah.
is funny. Because,
Yeah.
like, the puppet work
It gave me
looks
a new
better
hope.
than some of the CGI in the prequels.
that's some awesome.
The puppet work in the last 3 has better. It looks better than the CGI in the prequels, and that's awesome. Puppet work, if it's done right, it's never outdated
Yeah.
effects.
And I understand JJ made the comment too that it was a pleasure to get to make the movie, and you can actually watch the movie before it goes to the post-production CGIs and see the movie. I mean, it's all in there.
So, wait.
That's cool.
We're going to be able to see it beforehand, or?
No.
What?
No, he could. After they finish the filming, he could watch what they've done and be able to see all the elements of the movie. Because
that's
even though
awesome.
there is going to be CGI, it's very minimal. So
Yeah.
for the most part, everything, all the characters, nobody was green screening, pretending things were there that weren't. It was.
That's pretty cool. I give
Very
him props for
practical.
doing that. If you're
Yeah.
able to do that very well, you were a very talented filmmaker.
Because you're going back to a lot of models. There's a lot more expense in that than there is in CGI.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, but that is awesome.
It costs less
Again,
to make
it
a
never
puppet.
gets outdated.
Yeah.
Here's what I want to see.
I think the audiences are kind of getting used to CGI. If you saw the last Hobbit movie, not to get away from Star Wars, but the CGI in that, especially some of the scenes, it was really noticeable when they switched over to CGI.
Or even the CGI in the new Fantastic Four trailer.
Yeah.
Okay, the
we're-
Fantastic
I think
Four
we're
trailer.
getting too used to CGI.
Yeah, that's an issue that we really have is CGI, especially right now, looks really cool to us and it looks so real. But in 3 years, we're gonna look back on it.
We're gonna be
now
like,
we can see it.
Yeah, we're gonna be like,
But
what
no,
the hell is
in
this?
3 or 4 years, even, we're gonna look back on it and be like, I really enjoyed that. I really felt like that looked real, because that's ridiculous.
Just like how horror movies were scary back then, and now our
Yeah.
parents are like, "Oh, that wasn't scary. What the heck was I thinking?"
That's just time frame going on.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna happen to anything you do, though.
It is.
Yeah.
But puppeting is really an art, which I think is really cool.
Yeah.
So
I
that's
mean,
awesome to see.
Yeah.
But
I mean, even like Avatar.
Avatar, we talking about movie? We talking about
Movie.
green or blue people? We talking
James-
about something
James
else?
Blue
Cameron.
people.
Yeah, James
Okay.
Cameron's Avatar.
Okay,
Right.
that was cool.
That
And
was
Avatar
cool.
2, which is planned.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
And
cool
3
when
and
it came
4.
out.
That was planned about like what 3 years ago, and it still hasn't come out yet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know what's
understand
But I
that.
mean,
that.
it looked really
Making
cool
some
when it
headway.
came out. It was amazing effects, but now look back on it, it's just,
Yeah, it's a
It
3D
still looks
movie.
pretty good.
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I saw it day one in theaters, and I'm like, man, I
It-
remember
I mean,
that.
it
I
still
imagine
looks
between like
good.
2018
It's really good
2020.
CGI. It's really good artistry in it all, but the thing is it has its limitations.
yeah.
And, I don't know. Costumes and puppet work sometimes can be so much better.
Yeah, Evil Dead 2, for instance.
Yeah,
Yeah. That
Yeah.
looks
amazing.
looks
It was
pretty good.
Good. I mean, some of them were obviously puppets,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but they also didn't have a huge budget. But overall, it was tremendous.
Pretty good.
Even Army of Darkness too.
Yeah.
Army of Darkness is my personal favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
They'll count for taste, but
Yeah.
he likes more of the campy and less of the horror. I understand.
It was a pretty good movie though.
Evil
was
Dead 2
awesome.
all the way.
Evil Dead 2 was the best balance of both. Man.
It was amazing.
It
All
is the
all
Empire
three of them.
Strikes Back of the Evil Dead movies. I'm sorry.
It is awesome. It's good. It's good. But anyways,
Yes,
I
I
would
touched it back to Star Wars.
I would love to see
Brought it back around.
what is it? The digital, the limited edition, copies they send out for movies and whatnot. They aren't really limited edition. They're just special stuff. I want to see an unedited version of the movie. No CGI and stuff. Just like raw footage. That'd be kind of cool to see, especially in the older
would.
movies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just release the raw footage as like a special disc or something.
yeah. 'Cause
People
even
would
a
buy
movie
that.
Made 10 years ago, the CGI is honestly more distracting than watching it on a green with just the green screen background would be.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of cool to see. But
I'm sorry.
yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Well, that was interesting. We both have them up on the same, and it's on Rocket Raccoon's Facebook page. Aww.
Yeah.
Show notes.
Show notes.
Like you, listeners, I'm on the other side of the room and I have no idea what they're talking about.
It's a comic thing.
It's a little comic strip. It has some awesome stuff in it. It's really funny. And it's on
Spider-Man
Rocket
and
Raccoon.
Daredevil.
Yeah. I think that just kind of sums it up right there. It's pretty funny.
I
So
didn't mean for the Firefly reference.
I knew that was coming up. I had messaged Zach beforehand and was like, "Hey man, have you heard about Star?" We
I
can't be
haven't read
looking
that
at Facebook right now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm doing. I'm barely talking.
I know, right? Zach's been doing a pretty good job on this one. Anyways, I was talking to Zach last night, and I saw they were bringing back the original cast of Firefly onto Firefly Online, which should be a free-to-play MMO,
I haven't read about that yet.
which is pretty cool. And I sent it to
sounds
Zach, and I was like, "Have you heard about this?" And he was like, "No, actually, I haven't." And I was like, "Well, you should read up on it. I think you'd be interested, but do not bring it up in the podcast tomorrow." And I knew someone was going to make the reference.
So you bring it up.
And I brought it up. I went ahead and said it. There's going to be a full Firefly episode one of these days here in the near future, so be prepared, fans. Be prepared.
The whole idea of an MMO is awesome.
Hell yeah.
MMOs are a dying breed, though.
And for you listeners, if you're not
No.
a Firefly
You take that
fan, then I would encourage you to watch it, and you will become one.
Exactly. So I think that's going to be the best part to wrap it up tonight. We're a little over our time frame, but that's all right. So with that said, I'm going to leave you guys off tonight. I'm Alex Bearden.
Zach.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Alex.
Thank you guys for watching. Keep it frosty.
Star Wars, nothing but Star Wars. It's only Star Wars. Star Wars, Star Wars.